Welcome back into Wave 3 Listens Live. I'm Michael Vanover. Very, very good first segment, learning about Huber's Orchard and Winery. A lot of good stuff there. But we're going to be transitioning now to talk to the folks from Associates in Pediatric Therapy. And joining me now, we've got a full crew. I'll introduce you as we go. But we've got Emily Chandler first, the Director of Marketing for Associates in Pediatric Therapy. And Emily, can you just kind of give our viewers at home that may be not familiar with Associates in Pediatric Therapy, everything that you guys do? And
yes, for sure. So we are a pediatric therapy clinic. We offer speech, occupational, and physical therapy to children, as well as audiology to any age in our Shelbyville clinic. We are located in Shelby County, Jefferson County, Oldham, Bullets, Fayette, as well as Bowling Green here in Kentucky, and then also in New Albany, Indiana. So we realize that there is a need in many places, and we want to be there to meet that need. So yeah, we are so excited to be here. This time of year especially, I think we're reminded of our blessings, and Hank is definitely one of those blessings, and his family and these therapists are definitely a team of rock stars. So we are so excited to have Hank here today to honor him.
Well, as soon as Hank walked in, everybody surrounded him. He was like a rock star walking in, and so we are so happy to have Hank with us. Yeah. Joining us is Hank's parents, Lisa and Brad Sutherland. Lisa, I'll start with you. If you could kind of give our viewers at home a little bit of background about Hank's story.
Okay. So, May of 2000, on May 25th this year, Hank was a normal 1-year-old. He woke up having seizures that morning, and we immediately went to Norton Children's Hospital, where the team was amazing. After about 6 weeks of trying to battle his seizures, we figured out he was diagnosed with Alpers syndrome.
So Alpers is a very rare mitochondrial disease. It's 1 in 200,000, 1 in 250,000. It's mixed in. You talking, buddy?
He's being vocal today.
Yeah, very.
He likes the camera. TV star Hank.
He's a ham.
But, he's a ham, yep.
Alpers, it works a lot with liver and brain function. So one of the symptoms that was so hard to diagnose, it's called epilepsia partialis continua. So he has constant rhythmic jerks in his arm. They're seizures. And then occasionally those will turn into a full-blown, like, it's not a grand mal seizure. Our neurologist calls it a cluster seizure. But his whole side goes rigid, and then he calms down for a little bit, and then his rhythmic jerks start up again. But all that seizure activity, it leaves him completely hypotonic. He has very low muscle tone, and that's one of the main reasons that we're at APT, is because we're trying to get his strength back up to where he can do some activities and functions on his own.
Unbelievable story. Brad, if you could talk about the experience at APT, the happiness that you've seen with Hank, the increase in that, and just in general.
Honestly, it's really been awesome. Caitlin and Sally, they've been great from day one. When we first came there, Hank would lay there. The only movement he really had was that left arm jerk. And since then, weeks following when we first started there, he was trying to roll over on his own. He would bring his arms over. He would bring his legs back over. He started reaching for stuff again, pulling stuff to his mouth. It was awesome to see.
It's amazing.
All the. It was awesome.
He's been great today. Awesome. Love it. I love meeting Hank. This has been a big deal. So I want to talk real quick to Sally Stevenson and Caitlin Adler. Talk about some of the things that you guys are doing for Hank over at APT.
Okay, Hank and I have been together for about 5 months, so we've had a lot of different experiences together. We got to see him in our clinic, which is in New Albany, and then we started to do some aquatic therapy. So Hank and I have gotten in the pool together a few times, and he does awesome in the water. He loves to swim and to kick his legs, and he really gets going and gets active in the water. Now we get to see him in his house, so we go in the evenings when he's a little bit more awake and active, and that's been a really cool experience to get to be with his family a lot. and we got a stander for him. So we're really working on weight bearing through his legs, and he gets to stand a little bit and be with his brother and his family. So,
Sally, how about you talk about your Hank experience?
Yeah, well, I've also been with Hank about 5 months, and now Caitlin and I, we get to work together every other week, and we really do work as a team because one of us will provide postural and head support while the other one's working on different strengthening activities and range of motion. So a lot of times we'll put Hank on his forearms for the weight bearing on his arms, and the other one will provide head support for Hank, and it's actually a dream family to work with because even when we're not there, we know that they're following through and doing all of their home exercise program activities, and they're very supportive and observant, and of course, everybody loves baby Hank.
Shocking, right?
Right.
Yeah, right. I mean, Lisa, can you talk about the organization, the Facebook page that you guys started, and kind of give me a little bit of background on that?
We do have a Facebook page called Hope for Hank. We try to keep updates on there, how he's doing, different fundraisers we have coming up and things like that, as well as pictures and videos to show his progress so everyone can see how amazing he is doing. We do have a 5K coming up in May. It's going to be May 18th, Saturday, at 9 a.m., and we're going to do a 5K at Community Park in New Albany. So there will be registration coming in January. Check out the Facebook page. We'll have all the registration on there. So just to give you guys a heads up on that.
Now, we're going to show, I think, a few more pictures up on the screen right now while we're continuing to talk, and these are going to be awesome. I can already tell you. Yep, there's one. So, Emily, if you could talk about working with such a great family and why what you do every day is so rewarding.
Yes, for sure. So, in order to see, amazing progress, it's really important to have the full family support. And we have that here in Hank's case. His family is on board, and so with Caitlin and Sally, we're able to do a co-treatment, so they're able to work together as well and have the family support. You're really able to see so much goodness that comes from that when we're all able to work together as a team. And I think that it's important to come to work every day and feel like you're making a difference, and that is something that we're able to say at Associates in Pediatric Therapy, that every single day we know that we're coming to work to see lives changed, and so that's the reason we do what we do.
I love it. And real quick, Caitlin, I think you touched on it earlier about the home exercise. Having that family support, it's so critical, and not every parents do what they do, right? I mean, it's just not how it works. So how rewarding is it to you, especially when you see the effort and the time that they put in?
Oh, it's awesome. It's so great to see how they work with him, and like kind of Sally said, especially we're coming up on breaks, so we're not going to be seeing each other for the next couple of weeks, but I know that they're going to be doing what they need to do and work with him every day. Sometimes they'll send me pictures of how he's doing, and they have PT sessions on Saturdays, and so I get to see all those great videos.
You've got a couple of those pictures beforehand.
We're trying new things all the time with Hank. So the other day, Caitlin was doing some kinesio taping for shoulder support, and it turned out awesome. So we got to wear the kinesio tape for the whole session while we were working on reaching and grasping for toys. And Hank loves his musical toys, and
apparently loves singing because he sang last night. That's what your parents were telling us. But thanks everybody for being here today. Thank you, Hank. We really appreciate it. Amazing stuff that's going on here. So we'll be right back on Wave 3 Listens Live. Stay with us.